everyone, I'm Daisy, and welcome to Easy English with Daisy. Here on this channel, we'll improve your English together in the easiest and most natural way. Each video includes slow, clear conversations to help you understand everyday vocabulary and expressions. You can also practice shadowing with me to level up your pronunciation and speak English more confidently. Let's learn English the easy way and make it fun. See you in the lessons.
I think we should talk about our shared expenses because things feel a little unorganized lately.
I agree. I've been feeling like we're just putting money out without a clear plan.
I've been tracking our spending for the past 3 months, and the numbers surprised me.
Surprised in a good way or a bad way?
More like an eye-opening way. We spend more on food and subscriptions than we think.
I had a feeling. I've been ordering takeout too often when work gets too busy.
And I signed up for a couple of online services I barely remember.
Well, at least we're being honest about it. That's a start.
Yes, but I think it's time we create a structure for our monthly expenses.
Do you mean like splitting everything 50-50?
That's one option, but I'm not sure it's the most fair for us right now.
You mean because our incomes aren't exactly the same?
Exactly. If we divide things proportionally, it might feel less stressful.
I'm open to that. I want whatever helps us stay balanced and not feel pressured.
Good, because I want this to be about teamwork, not tension.
Same here. We're partners. We should make decisions that fit both of us.
Then let's talk about the big items: rent, groceries, utilities, insurance.
And maybe small recurring things too. They add up quickly.
Yes, I saw that clearly in the spreadsheet.
Can you show me the rent section first?
Sure, here. This is our biggest shared cost, obviously.
If we split this proportionally, how would it break down?
Based on our incomes, you'd cover about 55% and I'd cover 45%.
That seems reasonable to me. Does that feel okay to you?
Yes, I think it takes some pressure off both of us.
Then let's do it. What about groceries?
I think groceries should be fully shared since we both use everything we buy.
Agreed. But maybe we should set a monthly limit so we don't go overboard.
I was thinking the same thing. Maybe $400 a month?
That's doable. And if we need more, we'll revisit it.
Perfect. Utilities are a bit unpredictable, though.
True, especially electricity and internet.
But we can estimate an average based on the last few months.
And adjust every quarter. That might keep things balanced.
I like that plan. It feels structured but flexible.
What about subscriptions?
Honestly, we should cancel half of them.
I support that. We barely use them anyway.
Then let's list all of them and only keep the ones we truly need.
I want us to start saving more, so trimming expenses is a great idea.
Speaking of saving, we should talk about the emergency fund.
Yes, I've been wanting to build that up.
I calculated our emergency fund needs based on a 3-month estimate.
And how much would that be for us?
Around $8,000.
That's not as bad as I expected.
No, but we need to actually start contributing to it consistently.
How much do you think we should put in every month?
Maybe $300 total? We can split it the same way we split rent.
So I'd put in a little more and you a little less.
Yes, but it still benefits both of us equally. I'm perfectly fine with that. Once we reach 3 months, we can decide if we want to push for 6.
I'd like that.
6 months feels much safer. Absolutely. especially living in the US where unexpected expenses pop up all the time.
Medical bills, car repairs, you name it.
Exactly why I want us to stay ahead of things.
I really appreciate how organized you are.
And I appreciate how open you are to talking about all of this.
Money conversations aren't always easy, but I want us to be on the same page.
That means a lot, truly.
So what's next on the list?
Our long-term goals, starting with housing. I know renting is fine for now, but I'd like us to start planning for a future home.
I've been thinking the same thing, but the market is crazy.
It is, but that doesn't mean we can't prepare for it.
Do you think we should start a separate savings account for a down payment?
Yes, even if we start small.
How much were you thinking each month?
Maybe 200 for now. We can increase later if our incomes grow.
That feels reasonable.
The important thing is momentum, not the exact number.
Agreed. And saving together builds a sense of progress.
Also, we should both keep an eye on our credit scores.
Mine dipped last year when I opened that travel card.
It'll go back up if you keep paying everything on time.
Yeah, I'm being careful.
Good. A strong score will help us get a better mortgage rate.
I really want us to make smart decisions so we don't stress later.
That's the whole point of tonight.
And I'm glad we're working on this together.
I feel so much better after going through everything.
Me too. It feels like we finally have a clear plan.
Communication really does make a difference.
And we handled it without arguing. That's a win.
I love that we can talk about difficult topics calmly.
It makes me feel like we can take on anything together.
That's exactly how I feel.
Let's stick to our plan and adjust as life changes.
Yes, nothing has to be perfect. It just has to work for us.
I'm proud of us today.
I am too.
Want to relax and watch something before bed?
Only if it's not one of the subscriptions we're canceling.
Fair enough.
I'm really grateful for tonight.
And I'm grateful for you.
I've been reading about retirement accounts, and I think we should talk about our long-term investments.
I knew you were going to bring this up sooner or later.
It's important. We can't rely on just saving. We need growth.
I agree, but I feel like investing is so complicated.
It doesn't have to be if we take it step by step.
That's reassuring, because most articles make it sound like a maze.
Let's start with the basics. Your 401k at work.
I contribute, but maybe not enough.
Does your employer match your contributions?
Yes, up to 4%.
Then you should at least contribute that much. It's free money.
I know. I've been meaning to increase it.
And I opened a Roth IRA recently, but I want us to talk about how we should use it.
I honestly didn't understand the difference between traditional and Roth until last night.
That's okay. The important thing is that we're learning together.
So what's your goal with the Roth IRA?
Tax-free growth. If we max it out each year, we'll thank ourselves later.
That makes sense. Taxes always find a way to bite us.
Exactly. And I think we should both invest in index funds.
I've heard that term everywhere, but never really knew what it meant.
They're basically collections of hundreds of companies, which makes them safer and more predictable over time.
That actually sounds manageable.
It is. Long-term investing is about consistency, not timing the market.
Then maybe this won't be as scary as I thought.
Can you show me what you mean by long-term growth?
Look at this chart. It shows how the market rises over decades despite short-term dips.
Wow. I didn't realize the trend was so consistently upward.
Exactly why starting early matters.
So how much do you think we should invest each month?
We could start with 200 each into our retirement accounts.
That's reasonable. And the index fund?
Maybe 100 each to start. We can increase it later.
I like that. I don't want to overcommit before we understand the flow.
That's smart. And we should automate our contributions so we don't skip months.
Automation will definitely help.
Also, we need to think about diversification.
You mean not putting all the eggs in one basket?
Yes, even though index funds are diversified, we should still have a balance between accounts.
What about individual stocks?
They're riskier. I'm not against them, but only after we secure our core investments.
Makes sense. I don't want to gamble with our future.
Exactly. And the goal is long-term stability, not quick wins.
So, how will we track everything?
I can create a shared spreadsheet, or we can use an app designed for couples.
A shared app sounds easier.
Then let's do that. Transparency will help us stay aligned.
I like how organized this is becoming.
Me too. It makes investing feel less intimidating.
I want to understand the difference between retirement accounts and regular brokerage accounts.
Retirement accounts give tax benefits, but money is harder to access early.
And brokerage accounts?
More flexible. You can withdraw anytime, but you pay taxes on gains.
So we should use both?
Ideally, retirement for long-term, brokerage for medium-term goals.
Like buying a house?
Exactly. A brokerage account can be perfect for that.
How much should we put into the brokerage account every month?
Maybe 100 for now until we see how our budget adapts.
That feels manageable.
And as our incomes grow, we'll increase contributions gradually.
Speaking of income, I'm hoping for a raise next year.
If you get it, we should allocate part of it to investments.
I'll be happy to. It feels good to build something together.
We're setting up future stability.
I like that phrase.
Another thing I want us to consider is real estate investment in the future.
Like owning rental property?
Someday, yes, but not right away.
I'm open to it, as long as we don't rush.
Absolutely not. We'll learn and plan before taking any big steps.
I appreciate how practical you are about this.
And I appreciate your willingness to participate.
We make a good team.
We really do.
I've been thinking about our long-term dreams.
Like what?
Traveling more, maybe taking a sabbatical someday.
I love that idea.
If we invest steadily, we could actually afford it.
Exactly. That's why I want us to be diligent now.
I'm starting to feel excited about investing instead of scared.
That's wonderful.
And I want us to retire comfortably, not stressed or struggling.
Me too. And the earlier we plan, the easier it will be.
Do you ever worry about market crashes?
Sometimes, but historically, the market always recovers.
That's comforting to hear.
The key is not panicking and staying consistent.
I guess emotions are the real challenge.
Yes, but we'll support each other.
I appreciate that.
We're investing not just for money, but for flexibility and freedom.
And that's what I want for us.
Me too.
I think tonight might be the first time I've actually enjoyed talking about finance.
Then I consider that a huge success. I'm proud of how much we learned today.
I am too. I feel more confident now.
We laid a strong foundation for our future.
And it feels like we're working towards something meaningful.
We are.
I like that we're planning with intention instead of guessing.
It makes everything feel more secure.
I'm grateful we're on this journey together.
Me too.
Let's revisit our plan every few months to make sure we stay on track.
Absolutely.
This conversation made me feel closer to you.
It did for me too.
Ready to relax for the rest of the night?
Yes, I think we earned it.
We really did.
So, Jonathan, you said you've been trying to sort out your finances lately?
Yeah, trying is the key word. I feel like my money just evaporates. By the time it's mid-month, I'm already broke.
Ugh, I've been there. What's your current system?
System? I just spend until I panic. So, yes, I have a system.
Okay, so you don't track anything, not even income versus expenses?
Nope. I just check my bank app every few days to see if I'm still alive financially.
That's exactly why you feel constantly broke. You need a budget. Not a restrictive one, just something that helps you see where your money goes.
Ugh, the word budget sounds like punishment.
Only because people think budgets mean no fun. But really, budgets mean no surprises.
Fair point, but I wouldn't know where to start.
We'll start with the simplest rule, the 50-30-20 rule.
I've heard of that, but I never really understood how to apply it.
Okay, so here's how it works. You divide your after-tax income into 3 categories: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings or debt payments.
Needs, wants, savings. So rent is a need, right?
Absolutely. Rent, groceries, utilities, insurance, those are needs.
What about Netflix?
Definitely a want. A very lovable want, but still a want.
And that 20% savings, does that include emergency funds?
Yep. Emergency fund, investments, debt repayment, basically anything that helps your future self.
Wow. I feel like if I had followed that rule 5 years ago, I'd probably have a small island by now.
Maybe not an island, but definitely less stress.
How strict do you have to be with the percentages?
They're guidelines, not laws. If your rent is high, maybe your needs take 60%. Then you reduce wants. The point is balancing consciously, not perfectly.
I like that. It feels flexible instead of oppressive.
Exactly the idea.
You mentioned earlier that I might be making some classic mistakes. Hit me with them. I'm ready.
All right. The first mistake is not tracking your expenses at all, which you already confessed to.
Guilty. Very guilty.
Second, relying on willpower instead of a system. People think, I'll just spend less, but that never works without structure.
Oof. Also guilty.
Third, lifestyle creep.
That one sounds sinister.
It kind of is. It's when your spending increases as your income increases. You earn more, so you buy more, without actually improving your long-term stability.
Oh, wow. That's me.
Fourth, not having an emergency fund. Life happens. Cars break, teeth break, phones drown in toilets. I'm not saying that last one happened to me, but it did. And lastly, not preparing for irregular expenses. People forget things like car maintenance, gifts, annual fees, and then panic when they show up.
Okay, this is starting to feel like a personal attack.
I promise it's not. These mistakes are super common. The good news? They're fixable.
All right, let's fix my mess. Where do we start?
First step, write down your monthly after-tax income.
That part I actually know.
Great. Next, list your fixed expenses. Rent, car insurance, subscriptions, everything.
This might take a minute. I think I've subscribed to more apps than I actually use.
Same problem everyone has. Half of them auto-renew, and we forget.
So after I list everything, I compare it to the 50, 30, 20 percentages.
Exactly. It'll show you where you're overspending.
I already know I overspend on food. Eating out, especially.
That's a common budget killer, and it sneaks up fast.
So do I cut everything fun?
No, just plan for fun. Budget your wants instead of letting them ambush you.
Ambush is the perfect word.
Then we'll set up automatic transfers for the savings portion. Make it hard to ignore.
Automatic? That sounds actually helpful.
It is. You can't spend what you can't see.
You know, it's weird. Money has always stressed me out. I avoid looking at my account because I'm scared of the number.
A lot of people feel that way. Money isn't just math, it's emotional. It's tied to security, independence, identity.
Exactly. I feel irresponsible when I overspend, and then I feel guilty, and then I buy something to feel better.
Ah, yes. The guilt spend spiral. Been trapped in it before.
Really? You? But you seem so financially put together.
Trust me, I learned the hard way. I once spent an entire month's grocery budget on scented candles and takeout.
Okay, that actually makes me feel better.
The point is, you can't shame yourself into better habits. You need clarity and structure, not self-punishment.
I guess budgeting doesn't sound so scary anymore.
It's empowering, honestly. You get to tell your money where to go instead of wondering where it went.
That line should be on a t-shirt.
Maybe I'll start a business someday.
Put me down for 2 shirts.
All right, Daisy, you fixed my budgeting crisis. Now what about investing?
Now we upgrade your life. Seriously, though, investing is how you grow wealth long-term. Budgeting just frees the money to do it.
Everyone keeps telling me I should invest, but nobody explains why it's so important.
Because inflation never sleeps. If your money isn't growing, it's shrinking.
Oh, wow, brutal.
Reality often is. But investing flips the script. Your money starts working for you instead of you constantly working for your money. That part sounds nice, but it also sounds risky. There's always risk, but not investing is also a risk, one that guarantees you lose purchasing power over time. So what should a beginner like me even look at? Stocks? Real estate? Gold bars under the bed? Please don't put gold bars under your bed. Unless you enjoy being robbed.
Good point. So let's start with the basics. What exactly are the main investing options?
The classic 4 people talk about are stocks, real estate, gold or precious metals, and crypto. Each has its own personality, risks, and potential rewards.
Sounds like a cast of characters.
Oh, it totally is. Stocks are the ambitious one. Real estate is the stable friend. Gold is the emergency survivalist. And crypto is the unpredictable cousin who might show up with a Lamborghini or go bankrupt overnight.
That is way too accurate.
But investing isn't about picking one.
It's about understanding how each fits into your goals and risk tolerance.
Risk tolerance. Yeah.
We'll need to talk about that. We will, but first you need to understand what each investment type really means.
Okay, start with stocks. Everyone talks about them like they're the holy grail.
Stocks are ownership. When you buy a share, you literally buy a tiny piece of a company. If the company grows, your share's value grows too.
So it's like betting on a business?
Sort of, but it's not pure gambling. You research companies, industries, financial health. Over time, the stock market trends upward, historically around 7 to 10% per year after inflation.
That's better than my savings account giving me, what, 50 cents in interest?
Exactly. Now, real estate. People like it because it feels tangible. You can see it, touch it, rent it.
But it's expensive to get started.
True. Down payments aren't light, but real estate builds wealth through appreciation and rental income. And leverage. Borrowing money lets you grow faster, but with higher risk.
Yeah, leverage scares me.
Healthy fear is good. Bad use of leverage wrecks finances. Smart use accelerates wealth.
Okay, now gold. My grandfather loved gold, said it could survive the apocalypse.
Gold is basically humanity's comfort blanket. It protects against inflation, currency crises, and panic. But it doesn't grow wealth fast. It just preserves it.
So gold is like a financial seatbelt.
Exactly. You don't rely on it to go fast. You use it to stay safe.
And then there's crypto.
Ah, yes, the Wild West. Crypto has huge upside potential, but also extreme volatility. It's driven by speculation, tech innovation, regulation changes, and sometimes memes.
Yeah, it really feels like meme-powered investing.
Crypto can be part of a portfolio, but not the backbone. Too unpredictable. You should only invest what you're truly okay losing.
Got it. So stocks for growth, real estate for stability and leverage, gold for protection, and crypto for spicy risk.
Perfect summary.
All right, now explain something I keep seeing everywhere. Compound interest. People talk about it like it's magic.
It basically is. It's the reason investing early is more important than investing a lot.
How does that work?
Imagine you invest $1,000 and it grows 10%. Next year, you have $1,100. The year after, you don't earn 10% on the original $1,000. You earn it on $1,100.
So your interest earns interest.
Exactly. And that snowball gets bigger every year. Over decades, it becomes massive.
So starting early is everything.
Yes. Someone who invests $200 a month from age 25 will likely end up with way more than someone who starts at 35 and invests twice as much.
Even if the 35-year-old puts in more money?
Yep. Time beats contribution. Every single time.
Man, I wish someone had told me this at 18.
Everyone wishes that. But it's not too late. The second best time to start is now.
Still, that's wild. Compound interest feels like cheating.
It's the only ethical cheat code in life.
I like that.
And here's the thing. Even small amounts grow impressively under compound interest. People think they need thousands to start, but even $50 a month matters.
That makes investing feel way more approachable.
You said earlier that all investments come with risks, but how do people actually manage that?
Through diversification. The idea is simple. Don't put all your money into one place. Spread it across different types of assets that behave differently.
So when one crashes, the others help soften the blow?
Exactly. Stocks dip,
maybe real estate stays steady. Crypto crashes, maybe gold rises. Diversification gives your portfolio stability while still allowing growth.
Okay, but how do you know the right amount to put into each?
It depends on risk tolerance. Some people are comfortable with volatility. Others panic if their portfolio drops 5%.
I might be the second group.
Then you'll want a more balanced approach, maybe more in broad index funds, some bonds or real estate, a small amount in gold, and only a sprinkling of crypto. So risk and reward are a balancing act. Exactly. Higher potential reward equals higher risk. Lower risk equals lower reward. You need both.
And the balance changes with age, right?
Definitely. A 25-year-old can take more risks than a 55-year-old because they have decades to recover losses.
Makes sense.
The key is knowing yourself. Investing isn't just a financial decision, it's a psychological one.
Yeah, I can see that now.
If your investments keep you up at night, the risk is too high. If your portfolio never moves, the reward is too low.
Wow. That's actually simple. Hard to do in practice, but simple in theory.
That's investing in a nutshell.
Okay, Daisy, final exam. Let me see if I've got this.
I'm ready. Impress me.
Investing matters because inflation eats my money, and the only way to grow wealth long term is to make my money work for me.
Good start.
Stocks equals growth, real estate equals stability and leverage, gold equals protection, crypto equals spicy gamble.
Very spicy.
Compound interest is practically magic, which means starting early beats investing huge later.
Gold star.
And diversification helps balance risk and reward so I don't freak out every time something drops.
You nailed it.
Honestly, this makes investing feel way less intimidating. Still a bit scary, but doable.
That's the perfect mindset. Investing isn't about being fearless, it's about being informed.
So, what's my next step?
Start small. Choose one investment to begin with, maybe a broad stock index fund. Commit a monthly amount. Automate it, then expand later.
Just like budgeting, small steps add up.
Exactly. Wealth isn't built by giant leaps. It's built by consistent action over years.
You really should write a personal finance book someday.
Maybe I will. You'll be the comedic relief character.
I accept that role.
Good. Now let's get you on the path to future millions.
Future millionaire Jonathan likes the sound of that.
Then let's get started.
Daisy, I've realized something embarrassing. I don't always spend money logically. Sometimes I buy things because I'm stressed or bored.
Oh, trust me, you're not alone. Humans are emotional creatures first, rational creatures second.
Yeah, I can confirm that from my online shopping history.
There's a reason retail therapy feels good. Spending releases dopamine for a moment, like a tiny emotional high. But afterward, guilt crash.
Exactly. I get the high, then I immediately think, why did I do that?
Because your brain wasn't buying the item, it was buying the emotion.
That sounds too accurate.
People buy for identity too, wanting to feel successful, stylish, secure. Money becomes a tool to shape how we feel about ourselves.
So, when I buy expensive coffee every morning, I'm not buying coffee,
I'm buying the feeling that I'm someone who treats himself well.
Exactly. And that's not a bad thing by itself. Emotional spending becomes a problem only when emotions override logic.
Yeah, sometimes I tell myself, I deserve this, even when my bank account disagrees.
Been there. The tricky part is that money behaviors often come from childhood experiences. How your parents handled money influences how you feel about it now.
Oh, yeah. My parents hated talking about money. It was always hush hush, stressful. Maybe that's why finances freak me out sometimes.
Exactly. And some people grow up thinking there's never enough, so they spend fast when they have money, fear of losing it. Others grow up thinking money equals freedom and safety, so they save aggressively.
So, we're all dealing with money trauma to some degree?
Pretty much.
Ah, great. I'm emotionally damaged and it shows in my Amazon cart.
You're emotional human, that's all. Understanding the psychology behind your spending is the first step to controlling it.
All right. Teach me how to rewire my brain.
Oh boy, get ready. This is the fun part.
So, Daisy, I keep hearing people talk about rich mindset versus poor mindset. Is that actually a thing or just motivational nonsense?
It's very real, though not in a judgmental way. It's about habits and beliefs, not a person's value.
All right, give me the breakdown. What's the difference?
People with a wealthy mindset tend to think long term. They ask, how can this money grow? Meanwhile, people in scarcity mode think short term. I need to survive today.
That makes sense. If your life is paycheck to paycheck, it's hard to think about the future.
Exactly. Scarcity steals mental bandwidth. Research shows that when people worry about money, their cognitive ability temporarily drops. They literally can't think clearly about long-term planning.
Wow. So poverty isn't just about lack of money, it's also mental strain.
Yep. On the flip side, wealthy thinkers see money as a tool, not something to cling to or fear. They invest, take calculated risks, and focus on assets.
Meanwhile, people with a scarcity mindset avoid risks because they can't afford mistakes.
Right. And wealthy thinkers value education, financial education especially. Poor mindset often assumes money management is too complicated or pointless.
Yeah, I used to think investing was only for rich people.
And ironically, that belief keeps people from becoming rich.
So it's kind of a cycle. Mindset influences money, money influences mindset.
Exactly. And anyone can shift their mindset by learning, planning, and thinking longer term.
Easier said than done, but hearing this makes it feel possible.
Little shifts matter, like asking, will I still care about this purchase in a week? Or is this helping future me?
Future me is starting to feel attacked.
Good. That means he's listening.
All right, big question. Does money actually buy happiness?
The classic debate. The real answer is yes, up to a point.
What point?
Studies show that happiness increases with income until basic needs and comfort are met, usually around the middle class range. Past that, more money doesn't drastically boost day-to-day joy.
So money can remove sadness, but not necessarily create happiness.
Exactly. Money removes stress, like worrying about bills, emergencies, or unexpected expenses. But once those stresses are gone, happiness comes more from relationships, purpose, health, experiences.
That actually makes sense. When I got my first decent salary, I felt amazing. But after a few months, it just felt normal.
That's called hedonic adaptation. Humans adjust quickly to new comfort levels.
So that's why rich people aren't automatically happier than everyone else.
Right. They might have more comfort, but not necessarily more joy.
What about people who chase money endlessly?
Often they're chasing the feeling they think money will give them: security, admiration, self-worth, not the money itself.
Oof, I've definitely felt like having more money would fix everything.
It fixes money problems, not emotional ones.
That's deep and annoyingly accurate.
Smiles warmly. Financial happiness comes from balance. Enough income to meet needs comfortably, plus the emotional intelligence to not let money define your worth.
So it's not money versus happiness, it's money and mindset.
Exactly.
Daisy, you mentioned earlier that emotional spending comes from triggers. What kind of triggers are we talking about?
Oh, tons. Stress, boredom, insecurity, loneliness, celebration. Basically, every emotion humans have. Great. So we're doomed. Not doomed, just predictable. For example, some people shop when they feel out of control in life because buying something gives them a sense of control. I do that. Wow. Others buy luxury items to signal status because they equate money with identity or self-worth. Yep, also me, occasionally. Then, some people avoid looking at their finances out of fear, which ironically makes the situation worse.
That was totally me before we started these talks.
Awareness is step 1. Step 2 is creating rules to protect yourself from your emotional brain.
Rules like...
The 24-hour rule before buying something expensive, or setting spending limits on categories that trigger you, or using cash instead of cards for emotional purchases.
Oh, I also heard that people should freeze their credit card in a block of ice.
Extreme, but effective.
It's wild how much psychology controls our wallets.
Money isn't a math problem, it's a behavior problem. Anyone can understand numbers, but controlling emotions takes awareness and practice.
Yeah, and a little humility.
Exactly. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress.
Okay, Daisy, final lesson. How do I actually change my psychology around money?
Slowly, intentionally, and with compassion for yourself.
That already sounds hard.
First, identify your emotional triggers. Know what makes you overspend.
Stress, boredom, and the desire to look cool. Check.
Second, redefine your relationship with money. Instead of seeing it as something scarce or stressful, see it as a tool, something neutral, something you control.
I like that. Money as a tool, not a monster.
Third, practice long-term thinking. Ask, will this matter to me in a year? Or, is this helping the life I want?
Future me will love this framework.
Fourth, surround yourself with people who think positively about money. Mindset is contagious.
So I should hang out with you more?
Yes, but not just me. Podcasts, books, smart friends. You want to absorb healthy financial thinking.
And what about happiness? How do I avoid obsessing over money?
By remembering that money is a tool, happiness is a lifestyle. Build systems, not obsessions. Work toward financial freedom, but don't sacrifice your mental health on the way.
Wow. That's beautifully put.
Thanks. The truth is, the healthiest financial mindset is one where money supports your life, not controls it.
I feel like I understand myself so much more now. And my spending habits. And my fears.
Good. Self-awareness is financial power.
Thank you, Daisy. Seriously, these conversations are turning me into a whole new person.
A happier, smarter, wealthier version of you.
Future me approves.
Then let's keep going.